Coming up on SUTV News, we will be telling you about what is happening on campus.
And more about Cedar City. Stay tuned.
To connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright. Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do. And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done. Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
Welcome to SUTV News. I'm Lily Brunson.
And I'm Bryson Olson. Last week, students were able to hear from their student leaders and representatives. SUSA's monthly town hall event gave an insight to what SUU's student government has been up to. We go to our reporter, Brooklyn Monson, for more.
SUU Student Association informs and listens to students at their monthly town hall meetings. There is an open mic there for student concerns.
Town Hall is an event where we come to you as the student government to kind of let you know what we've been working on for the past month and what's upcoming in the next month. So it's a great place to be informed, to come meet the individual executive council members, and just know what's going on around campus.
Okay, so the Senate has been working on some really awesome things.
Common topics that are discussed at these SUSA town halls are recent bills passed by our student senate, architectural changes being made on campus, and meetings being held to help students. In order to entice students to come, there's food served at each event. This time, it was pretzels.
At the town hall, I talked a little bit about how the legislation that was passed this past session affects our campus a little bit. I tried to answer some of the questions and give some reassurance as to what the effects might be. And then I also talked a little bit about the events that my council has been doing, as well as the upcoming events that we have.
SUSA town halls are put on monthly by the student government here in SUSA, just for students to be able to get their questions answered and find out what is happening on campus. For SUTV News, I'm Brooklyn Monson.
About a month ago, the Southern Utah University Student Association and the Student Involvement and Leadership Office held a community conversation to discuss House Bills 261 and 257, recent pieces of legislation that will affect inclusion efforts on campus. Many students expressed distress over these changes and shared worries regarding their future safety and security. Faculty also attended the event, offering support and sharing alternate resources available to students. Ariana Mariquin, SUSA's Vice President of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, helped organize this so that students could hear from their peers and discuss the future of diversity efforts on campus. Hector Sidioteas is the president of the LSA and a member of the DEI Council. He shared his own feelings about the bill during the conversation.
Tonight was just kind of to allow students to cry, to feel, to express any frustration, confusion, or anger that they felt toward the bill. Because, I mean, we had a couple students just come out today, like they've just been spending their time in the room reading the news and not knowing anybody else to go to or to talk to about it. And so I think this was this environment to allow people to actually grieve, to feel a sense of community, and to hopefully get some change and some hope and courage out of all of this.
The Thunderworks Makerspace hosted their first Fix-It clinic about a month ago. The Makerspace, located in the Engineering and Technology Building, Room 106, is a campus resource for creation. With professional tools and equipment such as a laser cutter and a 3D printing station, all students are welcome to come learn in the space. At Fix-It clinics, students will be taught by a repair coach on how to maintain their belongings to reduce the waste of fixable items. The next clinic will be held on March 11th. To learn more about the resources at your disposal, visit the Thunderworks Makerspace webpage on SUU.edu.
As the SUU film program has gained more traction this last year, Cedar City begins to reestablish itself as a gateway to the movie industry. Our reporter Bryson Olson has more on the recent commemoration event on filmmaking in Utah.
The Cedar City Tourism Office partnered with the Utah Film Commission on February 3rd to kickstart the commemoration of 100 years of filmmaking in Utah. The event featured a film titled Finding Deadwood Coach, written by Professor John Smith and produced by the SUU Advanced Video Production class. Along with Finding Deadwood Coach, several films created in a 48-hour film competition from the weekend prior were also featured at the event. The competition allowed new and upcoming filmmakers to hone their creativity and technical skills in filmmaking. As film becomes more prevalent in Utah, directors like Reese Kaiser are excited to see the progress of the industry.
It means that I think that we could really bring film to Utah. Right now, the film industry is decentralizing away from California. I think it'd be really cool if we can actually get people to come to Utah, and I know the Utah Film Commission is doing it. They're trying to pave the way for future filmmakers. So I think that people should just start getting more involved in the film community.
The Utah Film Commission features an exhibit on the 4th floor of the state capitol, along with a traveling exhibit to celebrate the 100th anniversary. If you would like to learn more about filmmaking in Utah, you can also visit film.utah.gov. That's film.utah.gov. For SUTV News, I'm Bryson Olson. SUU has experienced a major growth in the student population over the last few years, including those of minority cultures. With diversity increasing in the student body, one club gets ready to show off their vibrant culture. The Pacific Islander Student Association is holding their annual showcase next week from March 14th to the 16th from 6 to 8:30 p.m. Titled Tribute to the Island, this showcase gives guests a chance to learn about the rich heritage of Polynesian culture.
I feel like it's important to educate people on the culture just so they know that, we are loving people that love to just embrace our culture and to help others to feel that love, that we have for each other. So.
During the event, several dances, traditions, and values will be shown to better understand the history of the Pacific Islands.
There's a lot of people that have not been exposed to Polynesian culture, and so it's just, again, a super cool opportunity to bring that to people. I think most people's knowledge is the haka online or something, a haka, and that's part of the culture, but not all of the culture, so it's cool to kind of bring a whole bunch of different things to other people.
With a large population of Pacific Islanders located in Utah, the club stresses the importance of connecting back with their ancestors and learning from their history.
Our culture is very important to us. Any Polynesian you meet is very proud of where they come from. They're very proud of, their heritage. It's important for us to continue to, I don't know if the word is perpetuate, but to continue to remember those things that we're proud of. There's a lot of kids in our show that grew up in Utah, grew up in places where they weren't necessarily a part of the Polynesian culture fully, all the way in, but things like this give them an opportunity to learn more about it, and so it helps us to remember our heritage, our culture, where we come from.
The showcase will take place in the Student Center Theater, and all are welcome. Reporting for SUTV News, I'm Bryson Olson. Stay tuned for more on what's going on in the outdoors here on SUTV News.
We'll be right back.
Oh, hey, bud. Oh. Where are you headed?
Just gonna hang out.
It's a school night. With Gary and Todd?
Yeah.
Not sure about those two. I've been meaning to ask you. This is tougher than I thought. Is there any drinking going on in this crowd?
No.
I hope not, because alcohol can lead you to say things and do things that you really wish you hadn't. Isn't this what you're supposed to say?
I know.
So if any of your buddies ever pressure you to take a drink, just tell them you promised your dad you wouldn't. I'd do anything to keep you safe.
Okay, I will.
I hope this is working.
I promise. Love you too, Dad.
They really do hear you.
Ryan.
Yeah?
So start the conversation even before they're teenagers.
Good idea.
For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
Welcome back to SUTV News. Many parts of the country have gotten unusual weather this past winter. Reporter John Smith tells about a very unusual sight in the California desert.
Typically, visitors to Death Valley National Park come to see the hottest spot on the planet. They come to see the interesting rocks and the desert wildflowers. They come to see one of the driest places on Earth. But for the past few months, many have come for a different reason. They've come to see a lake that only shows up every 25 to 100 years.
An amazing sight. You never would have expected that. I used to come to the desert in California, and it was always so hot and dry. And this is just, it's a miracle.
This miracle came about from hurricane rains last November. While the lake filled, nobody could get here because most of the park's roads were damaged by flooding. Now the roads are fixed and the tourists have come.
It's just crazy that this is one of the driest places in the world, and now there's a lake that you can effectively boat on. I walked out there this morning and I had my tripod set up, and it was gorgeous. It was calm. You could see the reflections of the mountains in the water, the pink clouds. It was absolutely beautiful.
The lake is about 2 feet deep, 6 miles long, and 2 miles across. There's a sign on the valley wall showing the lake to be over 200 feet below sea level. Salt crystals float on the water surface.
The intent was to drive 7 hours, camp here at night, and then come over here during the day, and then drive home tonight. So it's a very specific trip with the intent to solely do the once-in-a-lifetime kayaking.
Park officials estimate the lake will be here for another couple of months and people can continue to wade in from the boardwalk. But later, after SUTV shot this video, the park closed the lake to boating because of the damage to the mudflats from people walking on the mud with their boats to get to the water.
It's incredible, truly incredible.
Yeah, it's been pretty awesome to see.
For a brief period, some boaters got to experience a once-in-a-lifetime event, boating in Death Valley. For SUTV News, I'm John Smith.
During this cold season, there are fewer places to be outdoors. For a place with the right temperature and plenty of room to move around, Quail Creek State Park is a great choice. Quail Creek State Park is located in Hurricane, about 10 minutes from St. George. The temperatures are perfect for families or friends to go relaxing. Because of the cold weather, a lot of people who live in Cedar City choose this place for fishing. Not only that, but the park also opens up a water park in the summer where kayaks are available for rent. Inflatable platforms are set up on the water for an adventurous experience. This is a rare experience during this season where you can get close to nature for outdoor activities.
Especially like during the winter season, because we're from Cedar City, so when it's cold you can't really go to the lakes up there as much. So down here it's nicer because it stays pretty warm down here. So
as the weather warms up, more students are looking for outdoor activities. Our reporter William Heaton has more.
The Southern Utah University Outdoor Center is encouraging students to plan their next outdoor adventure. Inside you'll find helpful reference guides on worthwhile travel locations and rentable supplies.
SU Outdoors is essentially a social hub. We have all sorts of activities like trips and our local LEAP events. We also do a bunch of gear rentals. Basically everything that you see in this shop is rentable. All the stuff behind me is to buy. Basically just want to get SU students outdoors.
In addition to supplying student trips, the center also arranges events for the student community.
We have all of our events listed and scheduled out. On one of the monitors we'll have our trips. Those are the ones that go outside of Cedar City, and they're more like our bigger trips. Some are free, some cost, depends on the trip. But there's like hiking and camping and river rafting and some other fun bigger trips. And then on the other monitor we have our local events that are like a 30-minute drive.
With trips near and far and supplies to assist in any outdoor activities, the SUU Outdoor Center encourages students to stop by and map out their next adventure. Reporting for SUTV News, I'm William Heaton.
Spending time outdoors is difficult in the winter, especially when snow and ice cover popular recreation trails. The Cedar Canyon Trail is one of the many paved trails in Cedar City. The 2.7-mile trail begins at Cedar Canyon Park and follows Coal Creek alongside the Canyon Road. Taking just about an hour to complete, this is a popular trail for people looking to get outside in the winter. Cedar City helps maintain these trails year-round to keep them dog, bike, and wheelchair friendly. Coming up on SUTV, we've got the weather. Stay tuned.
For too many people, this can be the gateway to opioid addiction.
My son was in pain. He needed something after surgery.
I was prescribed opioids. I didn't realize the risk.
Our family was changed forever by opioids.
Meet 3 everyday Americans whose lives were devastated by opioid addiction.
Everyone says, it can't happen to me.
It can't happen to me.
It can't happen to me.
Tell that to my son.
Tell that to the 3 million people who become long-term opioid users every year after surgery. The truth is, we didn't know we had options other than opioids after surgery, but now we do.
I never thought addiction would be part of my life story, but it is.
Visit planagainstpain.com/gateway to hear their full stories and learn about non-opioid options for managing pain after surgery.
Welcome back to SUTV Weather. I'm Christina Schweiss. And today is Tuesday, March 12th, 2024, here in Cedar City, Utah. Happy Tuesday, or as I like to say, to slay. This picture was taken in 2005, and look how cute. We got a little Volkswagen. We got a bug. Whoever you're with, oh, where's my hand? Oh my gosh. Whoever you're with, punch them. It's a punch buggy, okay? It's also green for St. Patrick's Day, so good luck, luck of the Irish to you. I'm excited for St. Patty's Day. And then now, the weather forecast. Sadly, it's a little bit cloudy for the next 7 days. So today, Tuesday, it's cloudy with 30% chance of rain. And it already is raining outside, so be like Drew Barrymore and go dance outside in the rain. The high is 49 degrees and the low is 35. And then Wednesday, it's partly cloudy. It'll be high of 41 and low of 28. Thursday and Friday are pretty similar. They're both very cloudy. And then it's in the low 40s for the temperatures. And then we go for the low degrees. It's 24 and 29. This weekend, it's getting a little bit warmer, so it's partly cloudy for Saturday and Sunday. The high on Saturday will be 46 and the high on Sunday will be 53, and then the lows will be 30 and 33. And then Monday, we don't need to worry about Monday yet. We still have the weekend. It's going to be prepped, and hopefully the weather stays warm on Monday like it says it's going to. Next, things to do since it's so cloudy outside. Number 1, walk. While the sun is away, take a stroll. Take a hawker walk while it's cool. Number 2, watch a movie. Go to the theater and see what's new or stream something that piques your interest. Number 3, read. Cloudy weather is the perfect time to read or learn something new. And then finally, number 4, dream about sunny days. The summer is almost here. We're just a few months short. Here's our beautiful radar. You can see that it's very wet, and very stormy. So stay warm, stay bundled, stay dry. And then finally, remember to smile at someone today. Share the love, share the warmth, spread kindness, be friends. Thank you. I'm Christina Schweiss with your SUTV weather, and now back to the desk.
Thank you for that, Christina.
Very good job, Christina.
How are you liking the weather, Lily?
I'm not a big fan of the rain. I'm getting a little tired of it, honestly. The cold weather here. I'm from Vegas. Where are you from?
I'm from up north in Ogden, so.
Very rainy there right now?
Probably. You never know.
We will be seeing.
There's no consistency in weather in Utah.
Oh yeah.
So
well, I mean, neither in Vegas. It's just wind. Just wind.
It's kind of like here. All right, coming up on SUTV, we have more on SU women's basketball and national sports news.
Stay tuned.
Hey, did you buy something from some gaming site?
What do you mean?
Yeah, look, there's a bunch of different charges on here.
Do you think someone stole our credit card information?
I don't know. That site sounds familiar, though.
Yeah, isn't that the site that Billy's on all the time?
You don't think.
Billy! Stop and think before you connect. Playing online is serious business. Visit dhs.gov/stopthinkconnect for tips on how to be safe online.
Welcome to SUTV Sports. I'm Gabe Small. On Monday, March 4th, the Southern Utah Thunderbirds hosting the Brigham Young University Cougars in gymnastics. But one gymnast really left her mark on the program.
Competed in the all-around every week.
This last Monday, the Southern Utah Thunderbirds faced off against Brigham Young University in gymnastics. Although it was a close affair, the Thunderbirds came out on top with a score of 197.125. One standout from the meet was Nia Randolph, who boasted an impressive all-around score of 39.6, setting the standard for both the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation and the Southern Utah record books.
We kind of knew this was an eventuality for Nia. She's that good on everything. And up till this point, she'd pick one event just to kind of mess up a little bit on, but not tonight. She looked pretty solid everywhere, and I'm so proud of that kid. She's been knocking on that door for a while. And now,
while she has already set the record for both the MPSF and for SUU, freshman Nia Randolph is very excited about her future here at SUU.
I'm so excited for my future here. Being just a freshman, I know this team can grow a lot more, and we all can just build together, and next 4 years will be great.
If you want to keep up to date on SUU gymnastics, follow SUU Gymnastics on Instagram. With SUTV News, I'm Gabriel Small. While on the topic of SUU sports, it's a big week for the SUU Women's Thunderbirds as they open up postseason play at the WAC tournament following a 65-52 win over UT Rio Grande Valley, which pushed them into the postseason where they will be facing UT Arlington in the opening round. The SUU softball team announced that their game scheduled for March 12th has been postponed due to inclement weather. Stay posted for more updates regarding when the game will be played. For the men's indoor track team, SUU had 2 runners earn All-American honors, with Isaiah Labra in the mile and Ashley Davis in the triple jump. Spring break is also an opportunity for students to take a break and relax from school, but for 2 SUU students, they took a very special opportunity. We go to Aiden Mortensen for more on the subject.
Over spring break, 2 SUU students had the opportunity to participate in an internship, producing and providing commentary for the 1A state basketball tournament. Students Dallin Richards and Aiden Mortensen had the opportunity to work with 1aball.com throughout the tournament, learning skills from camera work to running a TriCaster stream.
I think the best part is just being here, seeing all the local teams come out and all the communities coming out supporting them. Brings a great environment, and watching basketball is always great.
The pair also had the opportunity to meet public figures like Governor Spencer Cox and University of Utah President Taylor Randall. The duo covered 30 of the 56 games of the tournament, gaining experience in all areas of sports broadcasting.
So far was definitely the Milford girls today winning in overtime on a buzzer beater 3-pointer. Was electric over at Richfield High School, and just seeing the fight to play for another day after being down by 13 in the second half and then coming back forcing overtime, and then a freshman hitting the shot was cool to see.
For SUTV News, I'm Aiden Mortensen.
Looking at national sports news, the NFL opened their free agency period, and already massive moves have been made around the league. For running backs, after what was a down year last year in terms of pay, they've come back in full force. Kicking it off with the Packers, who signed Josh Jacobs to a 4-year contract. The Giants saw their star Saquon Barkley leave to a division rival in the Philadelphia Eagles, who agreed to a 3-year, $38 million contract. Rounding out the major signings was Derrick Henry, who left the Titans after an 8-year stint in Tennessee. He now moves to the Baltimore Ravens on a 2-year, $20 million deal. And as a Cowboys fan hoping for Derrick Henry, that hurt. But anyways, guys, that's all we have from today. From SUU TV Sports, I'm Gabe Small.
Thanks for the update, Gabe.
We love sports around here.
Oh, I love them. I'm a big sports fan.
Have you been to an SUU sports game?
And I'm going to plead the fifth on that one. I support all SUU departments, but unfortunately I have not. No, we love athletics. I'm just not one to go watch.
It's okay. I would rather play sports than watch them. Sure. I find them way more enjoyable than that, and it doesn't feel like it's just dragging.
Totally. Yeah. Next, we will talk about things happening on campus.
We'll be right back.
In every family, small conversations can make a big impact. I grew up on tour with my parents. Kind of different, but we bonded over music just like other families do over sports, camping, or other interests. And we talked. Little everyday conversations from silly to serious that built a foundation over time. Honest conversations, like when my dad shared his experiences as an alcoholic.
Your honesty about that part of your life gave me a sense of integrity that I wanted to uphold in my own life. And I was so grateful that you and Mom had become these sober, stable people who were always there for me.
I wanted you to know, from someone who's been in recovery more than 30 years now, that hard work is what creates success, not alcohol or other drugs, whether it's music or anything else. I said it a lot, and I'm glad you took it to heart.
Talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Welcome back to SUTV. I'm Lily Brunson. Well, on the topic of our diverse student body, SUU students were treated to fun at the International Food and Festival Night on campus. Students were able to go on a culinary and cultural journey around the world. Without even leaving Cedar City, attendees visited countries like Japan and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Each booth was a gateway to a different corner of the globe, offering authentic dishes, traditional drinks, and arts and crafts. Each item reflected the rich tapestry of the different cultures present. There was something there for everyone to enjoy. There was even live entertainment from the Pacific Islanders Association. This night was a true melting pot of cultures where people from all walks of life came together to share in the joy of food and connection. The International Food and Festival Night was a celebration of diversity, unity, and the universally loved language of food.
I think my favorite part is just to meet new people, because everyone shows, because it's free food, so everyone's like, oh, we love free food. And then you can meet so many people, and you can also get to know the culture about all the countries that we're putting food for. So I think it's just amazing, because it helps people opening about like internationally, what are the culture, what food are like people eating in which countries, and I think it's a great event.
There are soda shops aplenty all around Cedar City, but up Highway 130 past the bowling alley in Enoch lies one of the area's lesser-known soda establishments. The Big Sipper recently received a minor overhaul and offers numerous out-of-this-world specialties such as the Sunbeam and the Shooting Star. Want to add some taste to your water? Try one of the Planet Hydrate waters such as the Zero Gravity. Be sure to give one of the gourmet popcorns a try as well. The Big Sipper might be a little bit out of the way, but this outer space inspired soda shop is well worth the blast off to Enoch.
Cedar City residents are already going bananas for the newest treat shop in town. Dippers serves frozen delights in the form of chocolate-dipped bananas with toppings of all sorts. Run by local SUU students and siblings, Olivia and Ian Small, Dippers got started with a booth at the Cedar City Farmers Market. On January 30th, the duo opened up their official location and was met with incredible reception. Dippers is located at 18 North, 100 West, across from the Johnson Center here in Cedar City, and welcomes all in their new adventure. In spring 2024, the three hosts of Thunder 91's morning radio show, The Morning Brew, are celebrating a whole year of working the show together. Christina Schweiss, Aiden Mortensen, and Cormac Bone have changed how they ran the show since they first started in the spring of 2023. This year, each weekday has its own special mini-game like Would You Rather Wednesday or Tangent Tuesday. Aiden and Christina will be graduating at the end of this year, so stay tuned to hear who hosts next. You can listen to the show every weekday from 7 to 8 in the morning on Thunder 91.1 FM.
Thanks for tuning in. That's all we have for you. I'm Bryson Olson.
And I'm Lily Brunson.
I'm Gabriel Small.
And I'm Christina Schweiss. Tune in next week for more.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio? Oh man, the selfies.
Selfies. Nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on, man, let's put a ride home.